should be live, so we'll wait for the chat to catch up with us.
Are we live now?
Yeah, I think so. And we should be. We'll wait for chat to catch up.
No chat there.
I can't decide whether it's easy with class.
So I think we are live.
When?
On the internet.
No.
Hello, internet.
I think so.
I'm just posting on the Facebook.
Some people have found it.
No. No. Stop that. No.
Yeah, we're live.
Right.
How did that work out the first time round with just the two of you?
It was going fantastically well. It's never going to be as good now.
Yeah. We're just here as dead weight.
Oh, right.
That's my job.
Welcome to the Ideal Shit Show.
Again.
I'm a cunt.
Third time lucky.
3 more cunts here. And we're just going to talk at you now. Talk at you now like a right set of bastards. Right.
Let's get all the cunts in early so Google, YouTube have no problems.
Yeah, Google don't deserve our custom at this point.
Google are a bunch of cunts.
Google can't figure shit out. Therefore, we're too old to fix it.
I can mend all the other stuff though. I can delete all the old streams and I can rename this, put a thumbnail up. I can make it look really pro for anyone watching in the future.
Cool. Let's pretend that nothing bad ever happened then.
Welcome to the Ideal Home Show, episode 176. My name is Richard. I'm joined also by Brad, James, and Rick. And
Good evening.
Have we got a show for you tonight? It's going to be slightly condensed, but it's going to be really, really good. Really good. It's going to be mainly focused around electronic cigarettes. And yeah, let's just crack on. James.
Sounds fancy.
What are you drinking?
Hi.
What are you vaping?
Okay, let me tell you. Okay, I am drinking on Rick and Morty Packer. It's in this glass here, which I've got half full. I am vaping on, let's be quick. I'm vaping on this thing that I always vape on every week. I won't tell you about that. I'm also vaping on this thing, which I haven't vaped on
Doesn't have
some
to be
weeks.
that rapid.
Okay, I'll slow down a little bit. So the sunbox. I've got me Delta out, and I've got one of them atomizers up on top of there.
James.
Oh, that's that rare, hard to find atomizer, isn't it?
Okay, let me tell you. Okay, I'm drinking on
Who's got YouTube?
Brad, turn that off, mate. Turn that off.
Turn that off, you're on it.
I won't tell you about that. I'm also vaping on this thing.
Sorry. I was trying to work out what the fuck was going on there and then realised it was me.
Good grief, Brad. Good grief. Professionals.
I've forgotten how this shit works.
Okay, I'll start again. Here we are.
Blame myself.
Got that thing.
Blame myself.
Got that thing. Got this thing. Delta. Richard Vic atomizer. Hellfire whistle on top. And there's some Turk. I've got this thing. This is not mine. This is not mine. I've got a loaner.
I haven't seen that for a while.
Look at that. This has been on my hit list for 3 years. I don't know how many years since the Pandora.
DNA 40.
It's an old DNA 40. It's a Pandora from Pandora Box or whatever they're called. Yeah, Pandora Box. I got a loan from the lovely Paul Jones, Spotty Juice, who I've known me full duration on Facebook, so 5-6 years, whatever it is. He bought and he went, do you want to have a loan of it? He's got so much gear as a Spotty. So just buckets and buckets full. And it's really, really cool. It's quite tall, but it's dead comfy. I do like the MyTech. I've missed a MyTech. We're using the onboard buttons on Squonkers.
It's a stunning mod.
It's a lovely, lovely bit of kit, and I really, really like it. And on top of there, I have got an Origin. I've ripped me all. I thought I'd go proper old school for a little bit. So I've got Origin on there, and I've got in there. Oh, what's that? The minty one from DB Liquid. What's it called? I can't remember what. Just grab it a second here. It's Raspberry Mint, of course. So I'm,
raspberry.
I'm vaping like it's 2014 or something like that. Raspberry Mint, or a Jenny with some sort of Ultim drip tip on there, and me loaned Pandora, which I'm going to have to send them back at some point. But look at the wood on that, isn't that? It's really
Lovely bit of wood. Yeah.
Really quite lovely. And the fit and finish is great, and I really, really like it. I know people complain about the screws. Honestly, I'd prefer hex in there. I'm not really a big fan of hex. Hex would look a little bit neater, but it don't really bother us that much. It's not mine anyway. It's not mine. I want to send it back. That's what I'm vaping on. Brad, look at you. Oh, look bewildered watching YouTube and shit. Yes.
And it's got no sound on.
Look at that.
1 month away and everything. I can't fucking fuck up anything more.
What have you done? Why? Are you...
I saw you switch when you changed. It changed.
While trying to set everything up, I fucked with every setting on this computer. So when this call ends, the computer's basically just going to shut down. I'm never going to be able to use it again.
That's Mac for you.
Need to put some money fills and horses on.
Don't worry, it's working. It's working, Brad. Sort it out later.
Okay, you ask me questions and then I'll sort my shit out at some stage.
What are you drinking? You've sorted. Look at that. What are you drinking? What are you doing?
I am still not in a box. Yay, not in a box. I am off of the sauce. So I'm drinking orange juice and soda water.
Oh.
And I thought I'd put it in a posh glass for you lot because I know how you like.
You could have said there was some spirits in there or something, couldn't you?
I could have, but I really don't feel the need to.
No.
I'm still studying. So after the show, I'll probably keep doing a little bit more studying. So I thought, well, try to keep a clear head. And I've got a big studying bullshit day again tomorrow. So
makes sense.
That's all that's going on there. I am still vaping on my little phobia with a Narca. And in here I have got Just Add Nick's, well, Cactus Jackie from Just Add Nick. And John, hope you noticed the label is cut and stuck in the right place, so you can't give me shit about that anymore.
John's not watching.
He also can't give me shit because he's not here. And I haven't had time to set up anything else. So maybe if I don't get distracted, I'll set up something else while the show's on. What the fuck was the next question?
Drinking.
There's only two questions. Come on, you're drinking, you vaping. That's it. You're done. You're done, mate. You're done.
Okay. Rick's gone. James is gone.
No, Rick's not gone.
Rick hasn't gone.
Rick hasn't gone. Rickle, what you drinking?
I am this evening. I'm drinking Beavertown neck oil.
Oh, fucking love that shit.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I like the Gamma Ray as well.
Yeah, I like Gamma Ray.
It's more sessiony though, so it's a little bit weaker. It's very nice.
I can
It's
actually.
last that I stole from the pub.
Well,
Curious Brew. It's very good beer, Curious Brew, if you see it. And what am I vaping on? I'm vaping on the K-Fun 2019 on the Phenom Vicious Ant. And in that, I've got that apple tobacco that John's started selling.
How much you got left?
Loads. I don't vape
long,
it much. Don't vape it much. Especially in this thing, it'll last me all year, probably.
Yeah.
Also, I am vaping on my Mike Dacus Abstract mod with a Haku Cruiser on top. And in that, I've got my Blackcurrant DIY mix in that. And finally, Chris Scott KO Fluid Mods Convergent Mod Maker Whistle Tip. And in that, I am vaping. Oh, yes, I'm on Jeffries. I finally got round to mixing up some... Oh, it isn't trifle that I'm vaping on. Hang on. Yes, it is. This week, I'm vaping on Jeffries Vintage Bakes Trifle. And it's really nice. I can get up to 6 milligram for this one. And very nice. Liking that very much. I reckon I like them all. They're probably all really tasty, are they? These ones.
Yes, and yeah.
You're a butterscotch fan, you said, or toffee?
No, sticky toffee's the one that I've really gone to town on. Yeah, just working my way through them. Actually, I need to get back on them.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this one at the moment. I think I'm going to enjoy them all. I quite like my desserty ones on these tighter drawer.
Yeah, I think particularly that line work better lower wattage.
Yeah, I mean I got like 25 watts, I think, on there.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, Richard, what are you drinking and what are you vaping?
I've already told everyone once, but I'm on the Stella Artois. Artois. It's new with this new stuff. They never one tells you how to pronounce it, do they? But
That looks posh.
yeah, it's very posh. Yeah. What you have to do is you open the can, and then you have to get a
line from years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Reassuringly expensive.
A really long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. That's what I'm drinking and vaping on the iStick mix, the Asmodus Amity, and the Basium with a goon, the goon that James gave me.
Ooh.
All good. Let's crack on. James, have you got any little tidbits of news? Oh God, I'm gonna have to
have a little tidbit.
Actually,
yes.
If it involves a picture, we're gonna have to go all the way around the houses here.
It does. All my news always involves many pictures.
Yes. So.
So while you do that, let's just mention that there's no. You probably noticed there's no John this evening. No John.
Where is he? Where is John?
John. He is celebrating. He said in chat his anniversary. When I spoke to him earlier in the year, apparently it's not his anniversary at all. It's actually the anniversary of the Sultan of Morocco. He invaded Timbuktu. On this day, it's already like 1590 or something like that. And John, big Sultan of Morocco fan, I didn't realise. And he celebrates that every year. So not wedding anniversary or an anniversary of anything like that. It's just Sultan of Morocco invading Timbuktu.
What are you wanting to cover first, James? Just so I can download those ones first.
Airlab RM, please. Airlab RM.
Cool.
Should be all labelled Airlab RM. Let's talk about it. So this is the.
Hang on.
Well, I can talk before pictures, can't I?
Yeah.
Should I give a little introduction to the actual thing? So,
Do it.
So about maybe it's a year ago or so, Killy Customs brought out maybe 18 months ago the original Airlab, and it was a massive success. It was one of them matties that was super duper hard to find, super duper hard to get. They couldn't produce them fast enough. Kind of took off on. I think I was admin on UBS Swampers at the time, and there was one of them hen's teeth sort of atomizers. People were going mad for them. Were willing to sell their grandmothers to get one. And this is the remastered version of it. It's an updated version, very very similar in style, because it's let's say it's the remastered version. We should have some pictures really really soon. So this is from Killy Customs. So it's the same basic design. It's a 20, and this is what I like about it. It's a 22mm atomizer with a tiny chamber. So it's 22mm in diameter, but the chamber itself is only 16mm. So it's nice and tight, because I like a nice condensed vape. So I have been speaking to the designer, and I have got a whole other spiel. I won't read out exactly what he said. I'll just give you like the kind of the basics of what the difference are. So it has been kind of updated, remastered, if you like. It's called the RM, the remastered. Still 22 millimeters wide. Height is about 24.5 with a drip tip. It is. Let's have a little look. So what we're looking at now. So we've got. I'll give you the spiel. 22 millimeters in a chamber, 16 millimeters. Systematic 3D design machining. Redesigned C-section trapping. So it's rather than being a flat trapping section, it's got a C. It's a little cutout. Capture your wires in. On deck cutout notches. Heat resistant black peak. Drip tip included, 316 steel body cap and deck. All the insulators are peak. It is got custom made, and this is a simple thing. And you see other atomizers fall down on this sort of thing. The screws are all custom made 316 screws, and we've seen in the past where people have used just. I think recently you're using the K-phone, and I think they've had some capture post issues because they've used standard off-the-shelf screws. These are not them. These are custom post screws. It comes with a standard and a BF pin, which I like. Again, 316 stainless steel. Industrial tear-resistant O-rings, interchangeable custom ring compatibility, custom interchangeable airflow blocks. So we're seeing the airflow blocks again. We've seen this in a couple of items, or the port quite recently, the Salix beforehand, where rather than having an adjustable Cyclops.
James, we've got a picture on screen now, and it's got a white background, and it's got two side by side.
Okay, let's just bring up my photos. Give us 1 second.
What are we looking at here then? Because it looks like two different ATIs.
Okay, so it's the same atomizer, but the original Airlab was that left hand design, where you see the outside 22mm ring is kind of cut away, and you get the 16mm chamber in there. With this, you're going to get two sort of ATI rings, if you like, for the outside. One of them is a straight run down, makes it look just like a regular standard 22mm atomizer, and the other one is so it's the same atomizer, but with two different sort of beauty rings, or whatever you want to call them, on there.
Yeah.
Let us tell you what you get. You get a lot for your money. I'll talk about the price in just a second. In the package, what you're getting is the Airlab RM, pre-installed post screws, pre-installed dual Cyclops airflow blocks. You should be able to see that on the picture on screen, and pre-installed airflow block screws, insulators. Getting the ramp flow blocks. You're getting the fin sleeve air control ring and the full sleeve air control ring. So that's what you're talking about there. The fin sleeve, which is the shaped one, and then the full one, which makes it look like a regular 22mm atomizer. Integrated black peak drip tip, an SS510 drip tip adapter. So if you don't want to use their standard, because it's a different size, it's like there's a few of them that would do that. It's a different sized. It's not a 510, so you get a 510 adapter. Love that. Standard pin, BF pin, all the spares. You get an Airlab sticker and a card, and it all comes in a pouch. And that is all for the price is $125 excluding shipping and PayPal fee. But I think for a bundle like that, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. You're getting a lot of gear. You're getting two looks. You're getting a couple of different options for your airflow. Drip tip adapter for using your own drip tip, all the spares, and a little pouchy thing. I just love a little pouchy thing. I know I do.
Yeah.
I think it looks great. If it sells half as well as the last one, it's going to be an absolute smash it. The first one was great, like I say. I love that reduced chamber. There is going to be extras coming later on. For instance, I was talking about mouth to lung options. They're coming later on. You're going to be able to buy the optional post. What does he call them on here? He calls them airflow blocks. You're going to be able to buy smaller airflow blocks from mouth to lung. I don't know whether we're going to be able to maybe even shut off one side so it's a single side. I'm not entirely sure, but there is going to be extras coming later on. But for your money, you're getting a whole lot in there, $125.
How did it work last time? We're getting hold of them. Is it all Facebooky or
all through the group? As far as I'm aware, it's coming. It's coming out in the it's coming soon. It's coming really, really soon. As far as I'm aware, they were all sold via the Facebook groups last time. I think this is going to be the same again.
I think it's like you said, the following is real, isn't it? The following is there. I think they're not going to struggle to get rid of those.
I wouldn't think so. And I think there's enough changes to call it remastered. You know, although on the outside it might look quite similar, unless of course you change that that outside look for the full 22mm. I think there's enough to call it a remastered. Looks great. I think it would taste great with that small reduced chamber, and the fact that you can reduce your airflow a little bit more than you could on the previous one with them airflow box. I think that's probably the way forward. People, we've seen it, like I say, we've seen it a couple of times. I think more people are going to go that way.
Rick's put on glasses.
Solidarity, mate. Just for you.
That's it. That's this week's kind of what I think is
headline topic.
The best. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, that's exciting. Do we have a date on that, James? Sorry, did you?
I have not. I haven't got a date written down, but it's soon. It is really, really soon. Let's have a little look.
Definitely real pictures, anyway, aren't they? So that's always a good sign.
Absolutely. No, it is soon. It is dead soon. I'll bring up my chat and I'll come back to you. So that's me done. Over to Brad.
Hello, darling.
What have you got, Brad?
I, in all the cock-up, lost all of my pre-prepared notes. But I am shooting from the hip here.
Oh, you actually got something?
Of course I got something. John fucking sent it to me. But one now. John found us an article, and I actually thought, I'm glad Rick's here, because I'm pretty sure we spoke briefly about part of this before, about banning vapes and banning nicotine in the States. And I'm sure, Rick, you said that will just
drive it underground
and bring in a black market.
Yeah. Well, it will. Of course it will.
Well, Charney Boy sent us an article from Vice. They did a whole interview with a bunch of Australians where nicotine is banned and how it's banned, but it's freely available because of loopholes, because people travel overseas and just bring the shit back with them.
Mm.
And there's a thriving black market there. And that statement is not as racist as it sounds.
The blick market.
The blick market, yeah. There was some shit in this article I highlighted that's all missing now. So I'm going to give you the highlights. They talk about this woman flying to and from the States and buying kits over there and then selling them via Instagram in Australia. I'm going to find the price because it's ridiculous. It was like £140. There we go, 170 Aussie dollars on Instagram, where they're buying them retail in the States for sort of $50 with all the pod shit with it. Stores buying in nicotine from overseas, mixing their own replicas of existing juices, storing them under the counter. So again, you have to know where you're going, but with underground sort of stuff, you would. And being able to buy it from shops anyway. And they went on to the biggest loophole of them all is that it's not actually illegal to import the product through some through some I want to say hippie science, but that's not it. Oh, I've forgotten what the hell it's called. But anyway, you're supposed to get a prescription for some kind of healing therapy. There we go, that's the word, healing therapy. And you can buy nicotine-based products, not meant for e-liquids or vapes. But because that is in place, they then can't make it illegal to import the product, then the Australians are just bringing it in that way.
So what is their reasoning behind it? I mean, how can they justify you can buy cigarettes but you can't buy nicotine?
Because they've read all the shit newspapers and none of the good ones.
Wrong. So wrong.
100%. And I'm going to cover the shit newspapers later.
It's with Australia. It's Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Australia.
They got they had a really weird start to vaping because nicotine was already on their harmful products list, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so from the day one, they were incredibly dubious about a new nicotine-based product hitting the market full stop.
Yeah,
They've relaxed a bit, haven't they?
Poison.
It was always really very expensive to smoke when I lived in Australia. It was a lot. It was a lot more money to buy a packet of cigarettes than it was anywhere else.
Yeah.
So they've sort of don't want people smoking because they are reasonably healthy. The Australian lifestyle is pretty healthy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they've got an incredibly low smoking rate and even a very low vaping rate as well. But I think they're just sticking to their guns on nicotine as a poison, and they're not going to reduce that.
so they can't even be bought off with tax then.
No.
Sort of good, but not.
Yeah, you want a government that can't be bought off with tax, but possibly not in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is just literally the way it's always been. You know, like when they had prohibition in America.
Yeah.
A drinking culture was absolutely massive there then. You know, yeah. I think you're always going to force it down that way.
That's exactly what they go on to say. Is like with California's proposals and then banning it, they're just going to see exactly the same thing happen in California.
I suppose the problem is the new vapor doesn't know where to go, doesn't know how to get it, just doesn't get into it and carries on smoking.
You say that, but don't a lot of vapors, or they certainly did a few years ago, they started vaping because they knew a bloke that did.
Yeah, and this article is actually all based around it's a woman named Mary, a fake name, who's 23 years old, who only started vaping in December last year. Found all of this out as a non-vapor and where to go, what to do, how to do it. If people want to start, they will find a way.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. And there's more people doing it now, so it's actually there's more. You know, you can ask people and they'll tell you. So, yeah, they shoot themselves in the foot. Really, I don't think it's going to slow it down.
No.
No, I disagree.
Well,
I think it will. I think it will slow it down. I think that we've got to remember the vast majority of vapers aren't watching YouTube. No. But they're not the hobbyist vapers that we are. They're not even close to the hobbyist vapers that we are. If they can't get it, then they'll buy cigarettes. I think they'll just continue to buy cigarettes, or they'll quit if they really want to quit. They'll quit using cold turkey or NRT or whatever. You know, but it's a shame that they have that option isn't available, and that Australia aren't saying, "Oh look, there is new research to say that nicotine isn't the harmful additive we thought it was, or drug that we thought it was."
Yeah. Nicotine is definitely a battlefront that we're on right now. Hence that film that they're doing. The guys from A Billion Lives, they're doing You Don't Know Nicotine. That's their next film, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a natural substance that's found in fruit and vegetables.
It's always been connected with tobacco, but the truth is it's very similar to caffeine.
Yeah.
It's probably less harmful than caffeine, to be fair.
Caffeine's more physical and nicotine's more neurological, isn't it? But yeah, essentially,
particularly terrible for you.
Still a mild stimulant.
Yes. So, James, do you want to stick in another one of your bits?
Go on, I've got another one. I've got another newbie.
What is it?
This is the Piper.
Right. You start and I'll catch up.
Well, I'm not going to have a massive amount of information on this one, but I saw pictures of this a few weeks ago, and I was going to bring it to the show. And I was hoping to get some more information before I did, and I am still getting more information. It's not due out for another 3 weeks or something like that. And there is some secret things I can't discuss just yet. I don't think. But we have got some pictures, and I have got some information. So this is a new one from Infinity Mods. I spoke about Infinity Mods a few times on the show. I'm a big fan of them. I'm a big fan of the modder, and I'm a big fan of Infinity Mods. Recently we had the Insider, which was the side-by-side. That was last week or the week before. And this is following on the trend of tiny little 18350 mechs. and hopefully we'll have some pictures to show you. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the Piper from Infinity Mods. This is going to be available in a couple of different metals. It's going to have brass and an aluminium available. You should be able to hopefully see them on screen. It's an 18350. It's fully mechanical, and it's got this really cool. I'm not entirely. I'm going to get pictures of the workings of it really soon in the next couple of days. However, it's a side-fire mech, and I'm not entirely sure. At that size, I can't quite work out how it works. I'm not entirely sure how. You can see the little cutout. There's like a little sort of almost diamond-shaped cutout on the side. That's your fire button there. Like I said, it's due in the next few weeks, probably just over 3 weeks, and it is going to be €110, which I don't think is a bad price for a high-end 18.
It's sweet, isn't it? And it's a sweet little thing.
It goes in, doesn't it? It must have a recessed.
It has it. One of the pictures kind of shows you. I think there should be an engraved one. There's going to be an engraved one coming a little bit later than 3 weeks, and you can see it has got like a little bit of a beauty ring sort of thing at the top. I mean, it's lovely and symmetrical. I love the symmetry of the shape, but yeah, it's got a little bit of an indent. It's kind of Yati in there. I think loads of little tanks, and if you're still a dripper, loads of little drippers going to look super duper cool on there. I really like the look of it. Brass and aluminium, so the couple of finishes that and I've seen them experiment with the we've got one I think one pic of the engraved on there, but there's going to be other engravings coming soon. There's going to be a whole new group and all sorts of exciting bits and bobs, and I'll kind of keep you posted. But it looks absolutely cushy. Like I say, it's fully mechanical. I don't know how it works, but it's got that side firing button mechanism, the little indent at the top to kind of see your atomizer in. It looks great. I think he's a super stylish designer. I really do.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like the look of that.
Yeah. The 18350 is absolutely
the hotness, the newness.
So that's the Piper.
All down to these new batteries, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read up or know a great deal about it, but I've seen it a couple of times pop up now, and it looks like there may be a new battery around the corner that will lend itself to our application quite well.
All right, okay.
And it's called sodium ion instead of lithium ion, and it's more readily available. Sodium, salt, you get it out the sea, and apparently it's going to be safe, whereas lithium ion can be a bit volatile if you charge it too fast. But they're working on it in Japan, and they reckon you can charge these batteries super fast, so much faster than lithium ion. And they've worked around things to make these a competitor to lithium ion. So that's more about that in the future. I think it'd be good to see battery technology moving on.
Yeah.
And making it safer, even better. You know.
Yeah. We'll get Mooch back on and grill him.
Yeah.
Because he was hinting at something like that, wasn't he? Last time
he
was
on. He was, but he wouldn't give. He gave nothing away. Brad was kind of, "Oh, are you talking about?" And he was like,
It may be him involved in working it. I don't know.
We'll have to get him on and grill him.
Yeah.
Sodium.
It's news though. It's out there. So have a look and see what you think. If you understand what cathodes and things are, then I don't. But apparently they're making it work properly now, and it's going to be competition.
Our big thing as vapors is amp draw, isn't it? Really.
Well, these are going to be able to deliver more, and charge faster. So if they can charge faster, they can output faster as well. So you could soon have a little 18350 mod that could chuck out 20 amps. You know, if these batteries come off.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's sodium would function really well with amps. Would function really well with charging. The problem was the storage capacity of a sodium battery, but possibly that's what they're trying to rectify.
Well, I think it is what they have, actually.
Change the lattice structure of the. I was about to go super nerdy. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, we should gen up on it, and I think they know the obstacles, and I think they've overcome them in a lab. So, you never know. Hopefully soon.
But if even in the meantime, well, because that might, I mean, around the corner, and then there's round the corner, and there's around the corner. Yeah. Why we've got 18350s, but they've been vastly improved. 18650s, they've been just going up and up and up and up. What's wrong with 18500s? What's a lovely 18500s?
Yeah,
but imagine an 18350 that was 30,000 mar. It would change modding. Mods would all be different. They'd all be smaller. They'd last all day instead of having to swap batteries. You could use little batteries for high power vaping.
Yeah,
great to get them smaller. I think if they can do that.
I think ironically we're held back by the other industries that the batteries are used in. So 18500's never been popular in other industries, and 26650's never been that popular in other industries. So they've never been pushed forward. Yeah. We piggybacked 18650s and we piggybacked 18350s.
Well, I mean, the main thing 18650s were used for is in laptop battery packs, weren't they? You open one of those, you get 6 850s in there.
The 2700s were done by the car people originally, weren't they?
And the Dyson as well. I think they bought up all the 21700s or 2700s so that's why they were hard to get hold of.
I don't know why people aren't taking more leaves out of Ultrafire's book. They've been doing 9,999 milliamp batteries for years.
They're the best batteries out there, easily.
On paper, you just can't deny those figures, can you? They look great as well, bright orange.
As big as the vaping industry gets, the number of batteries we use just pales in comparison to a lot of the others.
I agree, but I would be interested to see. I reckon we're making a dent.
I reckon I'd be surprised by it, actually, because if you think, how many things have you got in your house that are run on batteries, and how many batteries have you got? Well, I've got more batteries than I've got things in the house that are run off of batteries.
If you compare it to one auto manufacturer, so Tesla, there's 7,104 18650s in every Tesla. And they're currently producing about, I think it's 400,000 Teslas a year.
Yeah.
So 400,000 times 7,104. That's one manufacturer.
You would not want to have thermal runaway in one of those Teslas.
There's some video footage of thermal runaway.
It would be a fucking atomic bomb.
As long as you don't put your Tesla in your pocket with your keys and your chain.
Yeah, loose change. There's no loose change compartment on a Tesla.
Thermal runaway in a Tesla.
You've got to wear a rubber suit when you sit in it.
I suppose you've got 40 million television sets. 40 billion television sets in the world, whereas you've only got like 20 million vapors, I guess.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But that all good. My little quick tidbit of news. It's not in the notes. Sorry, chaps. Is I don't know if anyone caught this in America this week. The all-knowing teacher who stood up in a community congress meeting. Do you see this? She announced to the wider audience that she had it on good authority that vapors in her community are adding ammonia.
Oh, I did sort of
to their e-liquid in order to get even bigger vapor production.
Would you get bigger vapor production with ammonia?
I don't think anything can beat vegetable glycerine on that front.
You get death. You get death.
You definitely get death. Yeah, that's a given. If they're doing it to get greater death production, then
I don't mind a bit of death over there. They're quite partial to death.
Yeah. So yeah, she stood up in a community congress thing. She said this. I don't know if she'd been fed this line or just some absolute mental case had told her about it or something. But yeah, she said she was a teacher. She had it on good authority that vapors in her community we're adding ammonia, which it obviously would be.
But she
really
won't
bad.
say who the good
I know what happened.
authority is, I'm sure.
I can tell you, I know exactly what happened. I know who told it. It was Timmy in the back of her class.
Mm.
That little prick who's always fucking swearing and saying cunt this, fuck that.
The kid that says he's got a grenade launcher.
Yeah, exactly. He was, but teacher, we're vaping ammonia.
Yeah.
It's like we vape antifreeze, you know.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is that this actually made it. Like, nothing that's ever been said in a community sanitary meeting has ever made the press.
Yeah.
But the press are so desperate for a little tidbit on e-cigs. The fact that this random comment from a random member of the public made it into the mainstream media is just amazing.
It shows that they just, like as you said, they just latch on to anything that's got e-cig in it because it's hot news.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it invokes a reaction from people who know better and for people who don't know better.
I wish we had like a Mythbuster style YouTube channel.
You can vape ammonia and tell us how you get on, Richard. Mate.
Yeah, well, that's not really my style, but if someone did it, that would be amazing. Like,
I'll get some antifreeze. You get
break down why that's not a thing, and like, you know, when the guy did this squeaky voice vapes.
Oh yes,
and the helium thing, and if someone could do like a Mythbuster video explaining why that's not actually a thing and it was a total prank, and
you need a chemistry lab with a vacuum unit just
need a white coat and a lot of bullshit.
The fumes will fucking kill you.
But yeah, that's got to be 100% from that lovely lady, who's responsible for educating children.
I bet she's a fucking history teacher too.
She's just killed lots of people. Basically, they'll smoke instead of vaping.
Yeah, well, that is very much the mantra over there, isn't it? Matt Cully did a thing. I don't know. Well, he actually didn't do anything. He shared a thing. I don't know if anyone saw this on the social media, but he did a big graphic, or someone sent him a big graphic with split down the middle America posters and campaigns versus the UK's posters and campaigns, and ours were like, try smoking 95%, try vaping 95% safer, and time to quit and all this, and on theirs it was like, vaping not as healthy as you think, and all these sort of captions and slogans, and it was like, you know, what is the difference? Why is there such a difference in the output of these two governments? And John actually replied and said he thinks it's down to the NHS. The fact that our government has to pay for our healthcare means that they're more motivated to save money if they can, whereas in America it's going to cost them money if less people smoke.
It all comes down to corruption in my eyes. I mean, they're easily corrupted and swayed by lobbying by companies with money, aren't they, in America?
They have a legal system. Literally, their legitimate political system is a system of corruption.
Yeah.
If you have got enough money, you can buy a vote from a senator. You can pay him to vote the way you want him to. That's their actual system. And at the end of each tax year, all the senators, all the congressmen, they publish their official income, and it says British American Tobacco for $600,000. It says, you know, Shell, BP, $600,000. That's their income, and they've been paid for a specific vote on a specific topic.
It's disappointing.
If that was over here and one person did that once, they would be hounded out of the whole country.
Oh, if they get a Starbucks and don't put it through over here, they're in trouble.
Yeah, if they get a lobster dinner on the house.
They claim £34 for their second home. That's it. You're fucking done for.
Yeah. Although I don't agree with that guy getting a duck house built on expenses.
Yeah, they took the piss, but they didn't take the piss like they do over there.
Yeah.
But that's a thing. That's a thing. So, James, you've got another really succulent bit of news as well, haven't you?
Have I? Which one is this? Which is?
Oh, hold tight. I'll tell you. Oh, it says heart.
Oh, right. So this is not really news. Is it hard? This is not really news as such. I have another newsy sort of thing, but this is just this was on the group this week.
It's a little show off.
It is a little bit of a show, and I think if I remember rightly, about a year or so ago, we spoke about heart Leathercraft on the show. And Trev Logan, but the lovely Trev Logan has recently had a case made from Steve Cuz Davidson, I think his name is, of Heart Leathercraft, and he put it on the group, and I mean, apart from the fact that the fit and finish looks great, it's an iOS case, and I thought it's not just an iOS case. It's a double-sided one, so it's iOS on one side, it's Todd's Phoenix on the other side.
Yep.
And I just thought I'd show it off. I mean, but like I say, I'm sure we've mentioned Steve's business in the past and shown off a few of his bits and bobs. But I just thought this was really, really great. I love the fact that I really like it. I think he's a lovely lad, and he's great on the group, and I like him a lot. But yeah, I just thought the case was great, and I thought we should.
It's the first thing that's ever made me want a billet box.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's really, really cool. I love the kind of the, because often you see them in the dyed. I know Mark Todd has got a Heart Leathercraft billet box case with his Phoenix on there, but it's black and red, and I really like the natural tan leather. I think it's the way leather should be. I'm old-fashioned with leather that way.
So feel free to share the links and all that sort of stuff. You know, if anyone's interested in that. Is it Trev? Is it Trev that sorted that out?
It was Trevor who went through Heart Leathercraft. They've got a Facebook group. It's Steve Cuz Davidson. He's on the group. Trying to contact him and get. And these are bespoke cases. As far as I'm aware, he can make a case for anything. I think when we first showed him off, he was making battery cases and that sort of thing. But he makes all sorts. He makes stuff for bikes. I'm
sure he's done something for Mark Todd before.
Yeah, absolutely. A billet box case, a red and black billet box case. 8 or 10 months ago or something like that.
So Trev or Steve, feel free to do a post on the group sharing your
absolutely.
Sharing your details.
Absolutely.
I thought lovely that. It makes you wonder makes you look around and think, is there anything that I could case up?
Yeah. Makes you proud to see such a lovely case with our logo on it, doesn't it? Really?
And the Leathercraft stuff is you can't really blag that, can you? It takes some doing. You know, skill and patience.
Really.
Very cool. Very cool. Are we all newsed out?
No, I've got one more little thing.
Oh, go. What is it?
Okay, so this is a Facebook related thing. This is Mark White has just released his new group, Crackheads, for the crackheads, the fans of the. I don't know what I've got for.
Not actual crackhead.
Not actual crack.
They're not on Facebook much, crackheads.
But I know I kind of work the phones. This is a group for. I mean, as I'm sure a lot of you, it's been sort of just Nick for quite a while. He had lists on UKS for lemon crack, G&T crack, and black currant crack, or black currant crack. But I mean, for absolutely ages now, Mark has been doing 3D printed stuff. He had lists for. I mean, I've had his. I believe it's. Yeah, I'm sure it is his Runt battery dispenser for ages. They're brilliant. I love them. They're 3D printed. Their fit and finish is marvelous. I've also got battery. Let us grab some things actually. I've got two on the go at the minute. I've got his new one. I've got his old. So this is the Runt one. The new ones are just plain, but it's exactly the same sort of job. Here is his newly designed. Yep, his newly designed battery case. This one is for 18 650s, but there's going to be an 18 350 version as well coming soon. And I don't think you pick this up. This is like a pearlescent purple. It's probably not coming on camera. But it's a lovely 3D print. But and I mentioned this last week or the week before, and I've got my what have I done with them? Here they are. So I've had these all together and I've took them all to bits because they are. It's a modular design. I can kind of pick it up. I've had it all together, and I've had a few different configurations. But this is his modular vape stand or vape accessory sort of thing, and I've got all of the bits here. So he sent us like a ton of bits, like absolutely ton of bits to kind of demonstrate. This is kind of a big section here. We've got a section for batteries and a mod or screwdrivers or whatever you want to put in there, and then there is more battery things, and then there's ones for your atomizers in different stands. That's a 16mm at the end, and then these are 22mm, and they all fit in this little frame sort of thing. You can keep them all in there, or you can use them all separately if you want to. It's got loads of colours. I've got the like kind of a burgundy there, but I've also got the yellow accessories to pop on there. And they're fully customizable. When I got them out of the box, I couldn't believe that they were 3D printed. They're weighty and substantial, and I really and there's loads of bits. Anyway, if you're interested in buying a 3D printed modular vape stand or his battery cases, or like I say, these battery dispensers are awesome. They're absolutely awesome. You get around about,
I want one of them.
12 batteries or something in there or something like that. He's also going to have crack-based merchandise on there. I've got a mug here. He's going to have a few bits.
What banner is he doing all this under then? Under the crack?
So the group is, so it's all via Facebook. The group is called Crackheads. Feel free to post a link up on the group, Mark, if you'd like.
Yep.
I think Mark Todd's already shared it.
Yes, he did a Facebook Live and he accidentally whopped it out, as it were.
Yeah, I took a few photos. I got it all set up the other day, and I tried a few different configurations. And you know what? I played for about an hour and a half or something like that, trying the different colours, trying the different configurations. I had it all flat. I had the big thing at the back. There's like a mod stand bit as well. A lot of my mods. It's suitable for smaller mods, but there's also a square one. There's round ones. There's like everything you like. All of your vaping gear. You've got the big troughs for all of your bits in there. Half of the fun is putting it together and deciding how you want it. So it's really cool in that way as well. Like I say, I played for ages the other day. It's absolutely ace. The group is on Facebook. It's called Crackheads, run by Mark White and a couple of his jock mates. And I think the first list is coming after the Glasgow School of Vape meet, which is next week or so. That's it.
Very good. Good luck to you, Mark.
Over to is that it? Is that no? Over to nobody. Nobody.
It might be Travava.
Hang on, before we get to Travava,
Oh, go.
We've got a message from Jay, who will be running the London Marathon this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wanted to thank all the Omies who took part in the raffle. James, correct me if I'm wrong, you raised 3,020-ish pounds?
Yeah, something like that. Was it 3,025? Something like that. It was just over £3,000. It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money.
A shitload of money that everyone put together to make sure that Jay has to run a raffle. Not run a raffle. We ran a raffle. He has to run a marathon. I think everyone just paid to make sure they didn't get chosen to run. It's like, send Jay.
Take the money. I'm not putting my trainers on.
Jay is obviously extremely happy.
I'll run that. 26 miles. Oh, God.
Have a tenner.
Jay is obviously extremely happy and has decided to write all the participants' names on his body for the race, and they've chosen eyeliner to write it on. And I just had a thought. I really hope that the eyeliner they choose is waterproof for one, because 5 miles in, when he's all sweaty, the names are all going to run down him like a crying lady. But from all of us here, we would like to wish Jay good luck for the weekend.
Yeah.
most of the Omies are not in London, but they will be there in mind and spirit. We will be looking out for you on BBC something or other.
We'll be on the telly.
Yeah.
For those of us who are London-based, I have planned, and I'll put together a thread in the group for anyone else who's keen to join. I'm going to be between Tower Hill and Temple on Lower Thames Street, Upper Thames Street, basically looking for him. And there are several pubs right along there. It's a relatively quiet section, so we'll be able to avoid some of the crowds and possibly even go from there after he runs past, go to the finish line and go meet up with him. So
Got to give him a beer. You got to have a beer for him.
exactly, we've got
When he runs past, you got to hand him a beer.
Give him a beer at mile 23 and say, good luck with the last 3, mate. I think we might save the beer for afterwards because I want to see him try and finish a beer after running 26 miles. So he can fall asleep in the pub.
There seems to be some discussion on chat about whether it's Sunday or Saturday.
Sunday. It is Sunday.
Right.
And if it's not Sunday, then I'm going to be standing in the middle of the street alone wondering where the fuck is everybody.
No, it's always a Sunday. It's always you wouldn't have a marathon on a Saturday. Let's just close London down on a Saturday and have a marathon. No, it's always on a Sunday. I'm sure it's always on a
There'll
Sunday.
be some guy on the Monday still in a diving suit.
Yeah.
London Marathon 29 takes place on Sunday, the 28th of April. The mass event starts at 10 a.m.
We're all behind you, bud. Smash it out of the park.
Good
Or
work.
just make it to the end, which I'd be more than satisfied with.
We'll be over the moon.
Oh, just do your best, even if he doesn't make it. Just do your best.
Absolutely over the moon.
No, he will, mate. He will, mate. But also, Brad, quote of the night from you there. Running down you like a crying woman. I have no idea what that means, but I like it a lot. When I got that tattooed on my arm, running down you like a crying woman.
In my mind, that statement made so much more sense. As I said it, I realized, what the fuck? Like, I'm imagining Panda Face, and I'm describing it like a crying woman running down Jay. Like, I don't know what Jay does to women that makes them cry, but
A woman running down him is even more funny to think about.
Send pictures.
sorry, Jay. I completely fucked up that message.
From the heart.
It's
Okay, let's do some try for Travas
Let's
then.
do some travails. I'll shout them out and you take it away, James.
Oh, you do it. Let's go then.
The first one it seems to be from Indiegogo.com.
Oh, let's have a look. See which way we are
It
here.
looks a lot like an AIO.
Oh yes, this is from Adam Metty. This is headphones, I think,
Oh wow!
or earplugs.
Earbuds.
Yeah, no, headphones. Yeah, headphones, but it comes in a case.
Yeah, like a charge case.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Adam Metty, that's a good one. He saw it. It reminded him a bit of when he sent in the show. Put it on the show. Pretty good, Adam. Next one.
Mad respect. Oh, it looks like one of Nigel's jobs. It's like the paint job.
Oh, Daniel Thornton. Okay, so we've missed. We have got a video from Chris Lusser, but that's obviously going to come up later, I think, because that's an MP4. Okay, it's Daniel Thornton. Yes, it is. Isn't that super SVBE?
Yes. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's a hammerite, isn't it, basically? Hammerite paint, sort of.
It is really good, very, very good. He saw it. He took 3 photos. He sent them in.
I got a BMX in that paint, not in that style, but that paint. material.
Hammerite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's I think we've had this before, possibly. It's the Borussia Dortmund thing, the football team, the yellow football shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, this is BVB.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
Baron Von, whatchamafface,
I think that's
vapes.
come up a couple of times, but it's very legitimate.
Yeah, that's from Dave Catton. Next one.
Oh, a lot fine.
Look, fine, yeah, fine. Mods, again from Dave. Nice one, Dave. Lovely, lovely lad. I love Dave a lot.
That is a chain, isn't it? It's a chain of restaurants. That have
I didn't realise it was.
yeah,
I thought
it's a
everyone
chain that have done a very good job of not looking like a chain.
They have indeed.
Oh, it looks like a mech. It's €42.
Oh, okay, this is you can see from the.
What is it?
It's a silencer. It's the internal baffles on a pistol silencer.
Oh,
Oh, okay then. Well, that's from Dennis. That's from Dennis Popkin.
does look very mecky.
Very mecky indeed, especially with the 510 at one end. Next one.
Okay. Oh, this is from on Amazon Prime, and it looks like a starter kit.
Derry Murphy. It is. It's a screwdriver. It's a screwdriver. It does look a lot like a.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I
It's
think
even
I
got a
need one of
USB
these.
charger on the bottom.
Yeah. I think I
really
need.
good.
Do I need one of these, Rick? The electronic screwdriver.
No, you're better off just getting a drill.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick and Morty. Wubba lubba dub dub.
Absolutely reminded them of Rick and Morty baggers. From Dirty again. Next one. Oh, this is from Fierce. This is Super Ricci.
Oh, this is a door spring.
You know what it is? We wouldn't say what we like about Fierce. Doesn't watch the show. We wouldn't say what we like about them. Reminded him of that mech, that door. So you can see, I'm even explaining this drive, but so I don't get reached out at me. He did get reached out at him. It made no difference. And it turns out that really, it wasn't really. It wasn't that reminded him of one of them springy door things. The mech itself probably reminded him of a springy door spring when he originally saw the mech, and then he's kind of just reinvented as a tripod. That's cheating, Fizz. Wouldn't say what we like about you. You don't watch the show. Next one.
You do there about. I think my stepmother's got one in her house.
Yeah, I've got one in my bathroom.
Well, fair play.
They're good. You can go. Boing.
I do. Yeah. I used to have a cat that used to do it to wake me up.
I like them. They're fun. I might get one.
Now looking at Just Add Fish Sauce.
Oh, this is from Ian Schwar. This is a
good.
great one. It's a really, really good one. Really, really good. I mean, obviously, you get that Just Add thing, but the font is so similar to the Just Add Nick font. I really like that one. I really like that one.
That is a special one. That one. John isn't selling fish sauce juice though.
He will do though, won't he? He loves a pound note, that guy.
He does. He does that, man. He does.
Proper canny lad.
Oh, this is brilliant.
This is from me. I was doing Newcastle the other day, and I was in Granger Market, and I saw it. I was like, "Oh, that reminds us of vaping, doesn't it?" Just
oh god,
it reminds me of you. I mean,
it's a doubler.
Canny. You do handlebar.
Yeah.
You say proper canny lad.
Yeah.
He's canny lad. So that was that one. Okay, next one. We're going to move into. I think we're going to move into the Jason.
This is a pair of artisan scissors.
Okay, yeah, this is the Jason. He's been super. He's had loads this week, absolutely loads this week. I had to cut a few of them out. To be honest, we had that many. Yeah, so apparently he used to be a hairdresser. He wouldn't be able to tell. He's got loads of Jason. Artisan scissors, artisan mods. Next one.
Let's have a look. 3-in-1 pods.
3-in-1 pods. I think we might have had it before, but obviously the pods, the pod system. Next one.
Reduced visibility mist.
Yeah, it's got mist in the title.
That's reachy.
Reach.
That's a fucking reach.
I mean, they're all a bit reachy, but if you add them all together, then you get like you get something. I don't know what you get.
A show.
Yeah. A very well organised late night vape show.
Yeah. Next one.
Okay. 1930s tin kazoo.
This is probably my favourite. Obviously, it says kazoo. If you were to zoom in and just say that, man, it does look like he's playing a kazoo. To be honest with you, but he could be having a vape on a cheeky little pod system there.
He's dressed for it. When you go to Expo, that's what everyone's dressed like.
You know, the show. I'd like to say.
I'd
like to say that.
The Cloud Appreciation Society.
Yeah. He was like, I mentioned this to him, and he was like, "Oh no, it's real." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, it's real. I've been a member," and I checked my membership number against his membership number. I was like, it's thousands in front of him. I've been a long time member.
I've got a mate whose granddad died. And he'd been an AA member since it started. Since the AA started. And so his membership number was something like 809.
And
he got
that metal badge that they used to stick on the front of their cars back in the 70s, 60s, or whatever.
He got them to transfer that membership to him. So his membership is 809.
Yeah.
That's magic.
I know what member number I'm going to claim is mine when I break down.
Yeah. Well, give it a whirl. Might not work. Yeah, so that's that one. We're just looking at a big spool.
Oh, this is from Johan Kier Holmström. Johan's a few from Johan again this week. He's quite active on the Wish. He's I don't want to say he's the new Jimmy Parker because he cannot replace Jimmy Parker, but he's getting that way. He's getting that way. So obviously it looks like a big spool. What are your next one?
Oh, it's some mango juice.
Oh, okay. So this one is if you look at the logo on the mango juice, it looks a little bit like the Osmosis logo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, saw it. Remind him of vaping.
Great.
Mango juice in of itself is a travabo, isn't it?
I mean, it is. I mean, don't ever mention that to John. Don't mention. You know, he's got a thing for mango juice. He's got a real
He's
bugbear.
obsessed. Do you know what he's been drinking tonight? Mango IPA.
Mm.
Don't know what it is with him and mangoes.
You've got a stick man humping an eye.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if this is like remind.
It's like a metaphor for my evening.
Yeah.
Bucket.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it said it reminded him of John.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
I can't see how that's a vaping thing at all.
I wasn't sure whether it would any of you chaps could shine some light on that, but apparently not.
He's doing a little fart, that stick man. Look, he's got a little fart coming out the back there.
Is it not? Let's not. We don't want to get into playing catchphrase, but is it fuck it?
I think it could be.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
couldn't it?
Not super vaping though, is it? Just saying fuck it.
No, it's not.
Reaching.
Okay, so
this one was actually sent by John Martins himself, wasn't it?
This was. He was watching. Is that the second one where it goes to the Wild West? Third one.
That is.
That guy must have only been about 25. That actor. It's like Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi looks the same now.
Miyagi Do.
That was John. Oh, let's move it on. Come on. Well, we've got another one from John. Oh, this is Ricci. This is another Ricci one from
Giant
you know what?
Rooks, 100 mg.
100 milligrams.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You probably would actually be at 100
Yeah,
milligrams.
he probably would.
You know what? He's the first to jump on and say, oh, Ricci, yeah, he's there.
I'll tell you now, John, that is Ricci.
Reaching.
Well,
Oh,
Ricci.
these are all right though. We've got these coasters.
Okay, it's from Len Burgess. Yeah, I mean, we've got one that's a little bit phobic-esque.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a cube one there. You see the cube one, bottom right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a design I did on my 3D printed parallel squonker.
It is too.
And there's another one of yours, the third one up from the right.
Yeah.
It's the one I think that I've got from you. Right.
Yeah, that was one of the original ones.
Oh no, it's not quite the same.
The two in the very middle. The two in the very middle are quite phobic-y.
They are, aren't they? Yeah.
But they look shit for coasters.
They're not a coaster. They're just a drink elevator. Because
They look like they're MDF to me, so they'll
good point,
swell,
actually.
surely.
all the moisture will still truck off down the glass onto the table.
Aren't they? Don't they look like MDF to you?
God,
It's laser
cardboard.
Laser MDF.
They are definitely going to be absorbent. Unless you're getting 1,000 of them for a couple of quid, then they're going to be as useless as
We're
cardboard.
now looking at Kevin Watts.
Okay, so this is Len Burgess again. I'm sure we've pointed out on the show a few times. Kevin Watts, he sent in some Drive Batavars, and his name is in fact a Drive Batavar. And Len Burgess just pointed that out. I think we've had it officially as Drive
Yeah, fair
Batavar.
play.
There we have.
Oh,
That's from Len. Okay, got a couple now from Mick Blizzard.
right. This is some big brass object.
That looks
Okay.
like a brass kazoo.
Looks a bit vapey. Next one.
Do we know what it is? That?
I've got no idea.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I might know what it is. It looks like just like a steam whistle thing, doesn't it, or something like that?
oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
No? I don't know.
God, I wouldn't even know where to start describing what this picture is.
Is this the Regency one?
It looks
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Is this
boxing match, is it, or
like
something?
a hot mess?
Kick
Looks like a
boxing.
picture.
Yeah, it's a boxing ring. Yeah, it's a boxing ring.
I think it is a boxing ring. Is it Regency? Is that something to do with vaping?
Right.
It's Mark Todd's new juice line.
Oh,
the
of course
Haku,
it is.
the
Of course
Haku.
it is, man. How did I forget that? Oh, yeah. And the next one is, again, from Mick, and this one looks a little bit like a vapey thing.
Oh, it's like a build tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
Oh, we're now looking at someone flipping the bird, as it were.
Okay, this is Paula Yankowski. This reminded of John, because John he's far too liberal with his middle finger, I think.
He's
personally.
vulgar. He's a vulgar man.
Yes. Next one, Paul Hughes.
Oh, it's like a Defender logo on a car.
It is, and again, that's a bit Asmodo-esque.
Rebel logo.
But also, I mean, we've
What was
seen.
that mech? What was that old mech that used to have that on the button? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, it's quite Asmodus-y as well.
That's a Star Warsy thing, isn't it? It's a Star
is
Rebel
it?
Alliance logo from Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
and which
Busted
we've seen on loads of mods. Next one is from Paul Iverson.
I like that. Sparky's good in Star Wars. That's what
Five
John
head
just
and
said.
chili.
I'm going to come find you and kill you.
No, that's John. That's what John would have said if he was here. Yeah,
look,
it's a man holding 2 chilies.
Yeah, and this reminded him of John Martin's enormous
He's got
forehead.
a massive head, hasn't he?
Yes. Looks like,
Per inch there.
looks like a creepy magician to me.
Todd
Really
in the
creepy.
Hall Festival.
Yeah, Todd in the Hall, Paul Lunsford, obviously Todd, War Todd, our leader, our creator, our man in the sky.
Sausage and gobbler. It says.
Gobbler Productions, yeah.
We're now looking at a
next one,
Tesla Death Ray.
Peter Smith, this is, and I'm surprised we haven't had this before. I'm surprised we haven't had like a diagram with a coil in there. I quite enjoyed it. Peter Smith. Next one.
It's
Oh, haven't we seen this one before?
it's an electric charging port for. a
We've seen this
vehicle.
one. We've had this one before.
Have we had this one before? I couldn't remember. We saw
Yeah, it was good though.
so many. It is a good one as well. That's from Ross Patterson. Next one.
It's quite like a giant pod in it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, MCL Mechanical Components Limited.
From Scotty Bogfoot, our Scotty. This is where he works. He works in Mechanical Components Limited. And
It's always good as a company to not narrow your name too much. Do you know what I mean? I think
They've achieved it there. They've achieved it.
They've nailed that because quite a lot of things. Yeah.
Absolute vagarity.
Yeah.
Absolute.
I'm pointing it.
you know, I think you could easily change Mod Maker to Mechanical Components Limited
Yeah.
if you fancied being a bit more vague.
You could
But
change.
sometimes they're not just mechanical though. What I sell, so it's a bit.
You're even broader.
Yeah. Mechanical Components Limited and others.
Perhaps Components Limited was taken. Called Up Ohms.
Oh yes, this is Steve Tompkins. I don't know what it means, but obviously ohms or yeah.
It works, doesn't it?
We got it. Yeah.
On Her Majesty's service. No.
Yeah. Called Up on a Majesty Service. Yeah. It's a war song. It's a war thing, isn't it?
Hitler.
Of course.
It's an old song.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Yeah, that's good. Good. Okay, next one. From Toby Medeiros.
Oh,
Even Rose Street. That's pretty good.
that's quite
isn't it?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Is that today's winner?
Quite possibly.
I quite like the Just Add.
Yeah. That font and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a straight tie.
Yeah. Well, let's call it a tie.
Oh, now
next
looking at
one.
a green person. Lord
Okay, this is Tom
Vapor.
Beatty. Lord Vapor. Some sort of.
Who listens to new music? Who listens to music from this decade? Who's that? No.
I've got some new stuff lately, actually. A couple of
Crazy.
new albums last week.
Until you've gone through the entire discography of Lulu, I don't think there's any point looking any further forward in time.
Yeah, music died in 2003.
I agree. This is a screen grab from The American Office. John
Yes,
almost everywhere.
From Trev Larkin. John, Almost everywhere. Yeah, Jan, almost everywhere. Just like Nick, almost everywhere. That's John's plan. We have got one more. I've got MP4 as well.
Oh gosh, we can have. Hold on to your horses, and I will.
Can we? Because we should have from Chris Lusser. Does that how I pronounce his name? Mr. Stackwell.
Yeah,
Lusser.
Oh
This-
yes,
Lisa.
we do. Are you
Lisa.
ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, here we go. I don't know how sound will work, but it should.
I just love it. I love
I think you captured that one. How we test a new mode or something like that.
this. I just love the way he's sticking his finger in a hole. He knows how to please the ladies. Seasoned.
Yeah, there we go. That was that one.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Chris. Very nice indeed.
Perfect. I like how Travava's spreading. It's spreading. Stackwarm guys are in the
It's
office.
going bigger than the show. I think it should be the
J-Bo's doing them. Have you seen J-Bo's Instagram? James, he's doing them.
I am not. I'm not. I'm not a big Insta man. I'm not a big Insta man.
Yeah, J-Bo's all over them. Yeah, it's gone global.
We still here first.
Yep. That's the end of the show. That's everything. We've done everything. I'm very sorry about the beginning. I thought it would be easier just to do a normal hangout. It definitely wasn't. Apologies for the false start. But
I think you did
it
well,
is my
so you know
fault.
you're dying.
I know. I thought, oh well, I can't really see. I can't really open both eyes at the same time. So what I'll do is just a normal hangout. Didn't work out. But we got a normal show out of it in the end, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah, it's great.
Congratulations again to John on tricking Shelley into continuing to stay with him.
Yeah.
No, he's good at that. He can hoodwink the best of them. That one.
Yep, he is. He's a bullshitter. But so yeah, congratulations to them, and good luck to Jay. We've said that. It's just an insanely hard thing, the marathon, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just doing that is a hats off.
I can't see how anybody could even do it.
I genuinely physically could not complete it. I know.
Yes, it's not. I don't think it's physically possible. I think I've never seen it in the flesh. I think that's all television trickery.
I would.
Well, like the moon landings.
You live in the middle.
Yeah. It's not real. It's too far.
I'm going to get tired.
Has anyone actually measured it? Perhaps it's only like 8 mile.
Yeah, you gotta trust Google Maps, can't you? Oh, it says 26 miles, but you walked in 15 minutes.
Perhaps when Google Maps got invented, the London Marathon had to reach out to Google and say, "Hey, come on."
Let's not spoil it.
London out
We've got a
a
good
bit
thing
more
going here.
Yeah, we've got 300,000 middle-aged ladies doing this. So yeah, congratulations to him and good luck with that. Thank you very much for watching. We have definitely got a show next week, in spite of an expo. I know often we don't always do.
Is it
one.
next weekend expo?
Yep.
Is it?
The weekend after next.
Weekend after. Oh, right, it is a week away then, just over. Yeah.
Yes. So we do have a show next week, so don't reschedule your plan, change your plans or anything. We do have one next week, in spite of that. And we'll see you then.
Cool.
Thank you very much for watching.
Smash that like.
Smash that like button if you can.
Really go at it. Go
But
on.
I tell you, because of the way it started, you don't have to if you don't want.
Hit the dislike twice.
Yeah. Double tap that dislike button. That always helps. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.